There's a student loan debt crisis for a reason. There's a reason why other countries, this is not as big of an issue.
Run fast from a day job, running fast from the way it was. Jump quick to a paycheck, running back to the strip club. I'm never going back, never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me.
What's up, YouTube? Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Today is September 22nd. It's a Tuesday, and I thought I would take you guys along with me today because I have a lot of things I need to get done. And I've also been thinking a lot about some stuff, and I want to talk to you guys about it. Really what I've been thinking about is, like, you guys know I graduated from college back in December of 2019, and I graduated with all this debt, like $50,000 worth of student loan debt. And I've been thinking a lot about, like, my current situation, like where I'm at with my career, just like life as a post-grad, and like just especially my financial situation. And I don't know if I'm the only one who feels this way, but like having this debt feels like such a weight hanging over my head. Like I literally feel like I am like a slave to not only the government that I have to pay my debt, my student loans off to, but I also feel like I'm like a slave to my corporation that I work for. So you guys know, like, graduated from college, I had a really good job lined up for me at Amazon, and it was a nice, really high paying job, or it is, you know, and I'm like very blessed to be in that position. But I often like think about like how, despite having debt, like when you come out of college with a high paying job, naturally like your lifestyle becomes more expensive. And I'm almost kind of frustrated with myself because it's like, I literally, on my channel, I'm documenting my student loan debt journey. I'm really on my channel preaching about how you should save money, how you should find ways to make more money, how you should pay off your debt as quickly as you can so you're not owned by the government, basically. But it's like, I'm still, like, I'm so aware of those things, but I'm still sitting here spending money on things that I don't need, like whatsoever. And like, if I wasn't spending money on those things, I could be paying off my student loans a lot quicker. And I don't know, it's just I'm just thinking about like, as young people, especially us as young people who are, you know, entering adulthood in your 20s, when you start making money, we live in a society of consumerism. We're surrounded by ads. We're surrounded by seeing other people live these lives that we want. I am on social media a lot, and I am such a product of consumerism. I take full like responsibility for my own situation. Like I could have way more discipline and not be spending the amount of money that I'm spending. I could not be, I literally just got lip injections and paid so much money for them last week. And like when I was paying for them, I was like, I do not need this. Like, what am I doing? Like I'm booking trips. I just don't, there's so many things that I don't need, and I realize that. But at the same time, like it makes sense. I think it's very normal to come out of college, again, you know, being broke. And for me, I've always kind of like worked my way through high school, worked my way through college, and like my parents have never just like handed me anything. So for me, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm working and I have a job and I'm making money and I can finally afford the lifestyle that I want to live. So naturally, I am spending so much money on things that I don't need. And I feel like that's how a lot of people feel. Like you become so caught up in like, I've been working really hard and I make good money, so I deserve to buy myself things, that you almost forget, like when you're in debt, you almost forget like I still technically am broke. Like for me, if you add up my net worth, when you calculate my net worth, like I'm making good money, but I'm broke because I owe so much money to the government. And what I really think it is like when you work these 9-to-5 jobs, like when you work for the corporation, you put so much of your energy into your 9-to-5 job. You put so much of your energy into work every single day. Naturally, you want to buy things for yourself to reward yourself because you're working your ass off. And that's why you see people who are left like 10 years out of college, 20, 30 years out of college that still have not paid off their student loan debt. And at the end of the day, like you guys know the way interest works, like the longer you wait to pay it off, the bigger and bigger that your debt bill becomes, because interest is a bitch. Interest on student loans is higher than interest like on any other loan, I'm pretty sure, that you could get. Like it's actually insane. And this is why people are stuck, because there's people who are in thousands of dollars of student loan debt and who graduate from college and don't have a job. They don't have a way to pay off their student loan debt. Then they have to defer their payments and their debt becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. But even then, like when you have a job, the nature of the rat race, your job works you so hard that naturally when you get off on the weekends, all that stuff, you want to spend money. This shit is the way it is for a reason. There's a student loan debt crisis for a reason. And there's a reason why other countries, this is not as big of an issue. Speaking of work, I need to get back to work and actually get more work done because I have a meeting coming up here in a few minutes. So I will talk to you guys a little bit later.
Yeah.
Your hand, you still might drop it. And everybody wanna reach inside your pockets. I tell them red light, stop it.
So it's like
that give me
right now. I just got a bunch of work done and I had a couple meetings, and honestly, I'm already so exhausted. I just feel like work has been draining me. And again, I feel like annoying. I feel like sound like I'm complaining every time I fucking film, but working a job that you don't care about is so draining. And the thing about working for like a big corporation is that they like try to, people work for corporations and honestly make their entire lives about their work. Like when you really think about it, like I don't know if it's just an American thing, but it's like we literally, like in America, I feel like we live to work. Like we don't like work to live, you know? People at my job will literally like lose sleep and work like over 12 hours a day. And I'm like, I don't understand what has convinced us that these jobs matter so much. Like for me, you guys know, I took this job because it was a really good opportunity for me to be set when it came to paying off my loans and just to have a good life right after I graduated, you know? And don't get me wrong, like I am so grateful for the people that I work for. I'm really grateful for my managers and the people that have helped me kind of grow in the company that I'm in. Like if you're watching this, please don't fire me. But like at the end of the day, like working for a big corporation, you're a cog in a machine.
This company is one of the top software companies in the world because every single employee understands that they are part of a whole. Thus, if an employee has a problem, the company has a problem.
Even when you're off, like even at the end of the day when you clock out or on the weekends, like everything that you do, like you spending your money on your vacations, you going shopping, you buying your food, you paying your bills, like all of that is owed to the company that you work for. And if you're in debt, then you're even more reliant on the company that you work for, right? That's what it is. My whole thing about financial freedom is like, if you can pay off your debt and you can find other sources of income outside of your job, you can really truly be financially free. But when you put so much of your energy into working your 9 to 5, oftentimes people end up staying in that position because they don't have the energy outside of work to find other sources of income. Like on the weekends, you're tired. You don't want to do anything else. So all of your energy is spent preparing for the next work week. It's just crazy to me that we work 5 days a week to have literally 2 days of rest. And really those 2 days of rest are really just 2 days for you to reset yourself to start the next work week. Like on Sundays, I don't know about you guys, but like on Sundays, I feel like I literally am just preparing for Monday. And to me, I'm going off on a tangent now, but like it makes sense that when you're in debt and when you find a job to help you pay off your debt, you get stuck in this cycle because now you're spending more money because you're making money, but you still owe money to the government, like you're in debt. And now this corporation that pays you basically owns you. And so you're putting a lot of your time, you're putting all of your energy into working this corporate 9 to 5 job.
To keep us under control in order to change a human being into this.
And there's times like right now where I just kind of feel crazy because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm putting so much time working for this company. It's like I could just so easily just continue working for this company like for the rest of my life, or like just continue working for someone for the rest of my life and pay off my debt and just make money from a company. But like I couldn't imagine continuing my life doing something that I just don't care about and also having a corporation determine like my entire lifestyle.
Gotta shift to 10 a.m. Gotta dip at 10 p.m. Gotta get that cash, won't get past the lunch break. I ain't had a smoke break in about 2 days, no break. Been about 3 years since I dated you. Why you still talking about me like we together? I moved on for the better. You moved on to whoever. I was down for whatever.
Hey guys, so I just got done. Honestly, I got a lot done today. I got done like with a lot of work things that I needed to do. And I also just got done shooting my Depop stuff. I didn't shoot everything that I have that I need to post, but I got a good amount done. So I have a meeting here in the next like 30 minutes or so. Hopefully everything I was saying before made sense. I just feel like the thing is with this whole like journey to financial liberation or whatever, it's like it's such an up and down journey. It's not easy. And again, because of the society that we live in, it's super easy to lose sight of your goals. Really what I'm working on now in order to be financially free is, of course, step one, paying off my student loan debt. Two is stop spending so much fucking money. And then of course, finding new sources of income. So whether that be through continuing to grow my YouTube channel or through doing more real estate again or Depop or whatever that may be, building more sources of income so I'm not so reliant on my job being my main source of income, I think will really help. And I think the fourth thing is also just educating myself so I continue to remember like what my end goal is, because again, it's so easy to get comfortable, it's so easy to get caught up in the rat race, and I don't want to be left doing something like working this job that I don't really genuinely care about, because life just becomes so mundane when you do that, right? And like I just don't want to have a corporation owning me at the end of the day. So hopefully me sharing my journey helps you guys like learn from my mistakes, and whether you're just a couple $1,000s in student loan debt or if you're like $100,000 in student loan debt, it doesn't matter. Like I think we're all in this like bullshit together. So definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already. I definitely feel like there's a community here of people that we all kind of are realizing like we're all going through the same thing. We all have very similar goals. So it's really nice to have other people to kind of talk to like in the comments and compare situations. So that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Well, everybody gather round. Still standing, sit down. Whoa, oh.